dignity, in fair Verona where they are seen. From ancient grudge, break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean.
From forth the famed loins of these two foes, the half-cypress lovers take their life, whose misadventure and piteous overthrows, do with their death bear the town strife.
The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which, but their children's end, naught could remove, is now the true hour's traffic on our stage, which if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
Georgia, on my words, we shall not carry coals. I strike quickly being moved.
But thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the house of Montague moves me.
The quarrels between our masters and us their men.
'Tis so one. I will show myself a tyrant. When I have fought with the men, I will be cruel with the maids and cut off their heads.
The heads of the maids?
Aye, the heads of the maids. Or the maiden heads. Take it in what sense thou wilt.
They must take it in sense that feel it.
Neither shall feel why I am able to stand. And 'tis known, I am a pretty piece of flesh.
Then quick, draw thy tool. Here comes two of the house of the Montagues.
My naked weapon is out. Well, I'll back thee.
How? Turn thy back and run?
Let us take the law of our side. Let them begin.
I will frown as I pass by, and they must take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare. I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them if they bear it.
You bite your thumb at us, sir.
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law of our side if I say aye?
No.
No, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, sir, then I am for you. As if I scored a man as you!
No better.
Well, sir.
Say better. He was one of our master's kinsmen.
Yes. Better, sir.
You lie.
Ah, fools! Put up thy swords! You know not what you do.
What? Art thou drawn amongst these heartless hinds? Turn thou, Benvolio. Look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up thy sword, or manage it to part these men with me.
What? Drawn and talk of peace? I hate the word, as I hate hell, all Montagues, and thee. Have at thee, coward.
What noise is this? Bring me my longsword. How?
What? I call you for a sword?
Oh, my sword, I say! Old Montague's come and purges his blade in spite of me! Thou villain, Capulet! Hope me not. Let me go.
No! That does not slow one foot to seek a foe.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground and hear the sentence of your moved prince. By thee, old Capulet and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. Capulet, you shall go along with me, and Montague, come you this afternoon to know our further pleasure in this case. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Who sent this ancient crone a new approach? Speak, nephew. Were you by when it began?
Here were the servants of your adversary. and yours close fighting ere I did approach. I drew to part them. In the instant came the fiery Tibble with his sword prepared, and as he breathed defiance into my ears, he swung about his head and cut the winds. Nothing heard with all his timid scorn. While we were interchanging thrusts and blows, the prince came who parted either parts.
Yes. But where is my Romeo? Saw you him today? Right, glad I am that he was not at this fray.
Madam, a troubled mind drove me to walk abroad, where underneath that grove of sycamore that westward rooteth from the city side. So early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me, and stole into covert of the wood.
Many a morning has he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew. Away from the light steals home my heavy son, and secret in his chamber, pens himself, shuts up his windows, blocks far daylight out, and makes himself an artificial night. Like a poultice was this thing proved, unless with counsel may the course remove.
My noble uncle, do you know the course?
I neither know it nor can learn him.
Have you importuned him by any means?
Both by myself and many other friends. But he, his own affection's counsellor, is to himself, I will not say how true, so secret, so close. Could we but learn from whence his sorrow grow, we would gladly give cure to know.
See where he comes, so please you step aside. I'll know his grievance or be much denied.
I would thou wert so happy by thy stay, to know true shrift. Come, madam, let's away.
Good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
The news struck 9.
Ay me, sad hours seem long. Was that my father that went so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love?
Out.
Of love?
Out of her favour where I am in love.
Alas, that love so gentle in his view should be so tyrannous and rough in proof.
Alas, that love whose view is muffled still, should without eyes see pathways to his will. Oh, heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen chaos of well-seeming forms. Still waking sleep, that is not what it is. This love feel I, but feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, cuz. I'll rather weep.
Good heart, at what?
At thy good heart suppression.
Why, such is love's transgression. Griefs of mine own lie heavy in my breast, which thou wilt propagate to have it pressed with more of thine. This love that thou hast shown, add more grief to too much of mine own. Farewell.
Soft. I will go along, and if you leave me so, you do me wrong.
Tut, I've lost myself. I'm not here. This is not Romeo. He's some otherwhere.
Tell me in sadness, who is it that love?
What, shall I groan and tell thee?
Groan? Why, no. But sadly, tell me who.
Sadness, cousin? I do love a woman.
I'm so near what I'm supposed to love.
Ha ha, a right fair markman. And Russeline is fair, I love.
A right fair mark, fair cuz is soonest hit.
Well, in that hit, you miss. She'll not be hit with Cupid's arrow. She have Dian's wit, and strong proof of chastity well armed. From love's weak, childish bow, she lives unharmed.
Then she hath sworn that she will still live chaste.
She hath, and in that sparing makes huge waste. She hath sworn to love, and in that vow, do I live dead that live to tell it now?
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes. Examine other beauties.
'Tis the way to call hers exquisite and question more. Show me a mistress that is passing fair. What doth the beauty serve but as a note where I may read who passed that passing fair? Farewell. Thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine whilst I in debt.
But Montague is bound as well as I, in penalty alike. 'Tis not hard, I think, men so old as we, to keep
peace. Of honourable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you've been at odds for so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
But saying over what I have said before, my child is still a stranger to the world. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her ready to be a bride.
Younger than she, our happy mother's maid.
And too soon marred are those so early made. But woo her, gentle Paris, get her heart. My will to the consent is but a part, and she agrees. Within her scope of choice lies my consent, and fair, according voice. Tonight I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest, such as I love, and you are among the stall. One more most welcome makes my number more. Come, go with me. Go, you madam, trudge about through fair Verona, and seek the persons out whose names are written there. And to them say, my house, and welcome, on their pleasure stay.
Find the out whose names are written here. It is written that the shoemaker should meddle with his yard, but I'm sent to find those persons whose names are here writ. You can never find what names the writing person hath here writ. I must to the learned in good time.
Yes, man. One fire burns, another's burning. Turn giddy and be held by backwards turning. Take thou some new infection to thine eye, and the rank poison of the old will die.
Good even, I pray, sir. Can you read?
Aye, my own fortune in my misery.
Perhaps you have learnt it without a book. But I pray, can you read anything you see?
Aye, if I know the letters and the language.
You say honestly, rest you marry.
Stay, fellow. I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, the County Anselm and his beauteous sisters, the Lady Widow of Vitruvio, Signor Placentio and his lovely nieces, Mercutio, his brother Valentine, my uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters, my fair niece, Russeline. Russeline, Livia, Signor Placentio, his cousin Tybalt, Lucio, and the lively Aliena. The fair assembly, whither should they come?
To supper, to our house.
Whose house?
Now, I'll tell you without asking. My master is the great rich Capulet, and if you be not of the house of Montagues, I pray, come and crash a cup of wine. Rest you merry.
At this same ancient feast of Capulet stops the fair Russeline whom thou so lovest. Compare her face to some that I shall show, and I'll make thee think thy swan a crow.
One fairer than my love. The all-seeing sun never saw her match since first the world begun.
Heart, you saw her fair, none else being by, herself poised with herself in either eye. But in that crystal scales let there be weight, your lady's love against some other maid, that I shall show you shining at this feast, and she shall scant show well that now shows best.
I'll go along. No such sight to be shown. To rejoice in splendor of mine own.
Nurse, where is my daughter? Call her forth to me.
Why, lamb! Why, ladybird! How now, where is this girl? How now, Juliet!
How now, who calls?
Your mother.
Madam, I'm here. What is your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse! Come back again. I have remembered me thou's hear our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter's of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her age unto an hour.
She's she's not 18.
I lay 18 on my teeth. And yet, to my teeth be spoken, I have but 4. She is not 18. How long is it now to Lammastide?
A fortnight in odd days.
Well, even odd of all the days in the year, come Lammas Eve at night, shall she be 18. That shall she. Faith, I remember it well. 'Tis since the earthquake now 15 years. My lord and you was in at Mantua. Since that time it is 11 years. But then she could stand alone. Nay, by the root, she could have run and waddled all about. For even the day before, she broke her brow, and then my husband, God be with his soul, he was a merry man. He took up the child, yea, quoth he, dost thou fall upon thy face? Thou wert to fall backwards when thou hast more wit, will thou not, Jewel? And by my holiday of the pretty friend slipped crying and said, I warrant, I should live 1,000 years, I never should forget it. Will thou not, Jewel? Quoth he. Pretty fool stood and said,
Enough of this! I pray thee hold thy peace.
Yes, madam. Yet I cannot choose but laugh to think it stood and said,
And stint thou too, I pray thee nurse, say I.
Peace I have done. God mock thee to his grace. Thou wert the prettiest babe that ever I nursed, and I might live to see thee married once. I have my wish.
Marry! That marry is the very theme of which I came to speak. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor I dream not of.
An honor. Were I not thine onlyness, I would say thou hast sucked wisdom from thy teeth.
Well, think of marriage now. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus, then in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A man, young lady, such a man. By of all the world, he is a man of works.
Verona summer hath not such a flower.
Nay, a flower, in faith, a very flower.
What say you? Can you like the gentleman? This night we shall behold him at our feast, read over the volume of young Paris' face, and find delight read therein with beauty's pen. That book in many eyes doth share the glory that in gold clasps locks in the golden story. So shall you share in all that it doth possess, by having him, making yourself no less.
No less? Nay, bigger women go by men.
Speak briefly. Can you like Paris' love?
I look to like, if looking like in mood. But no more will I endart my night than you consent your strength to make it fly.
Madam, the guests are come, supper served up. You called my young lady Asper, the nurse, cursed in the pantry, and everything in extremity. I must hence to wait. I beseech you, follow straight.
We follow thee. Juliet, the county stays.
Go, girl, seek happy nights to happy days.
What? For this speech bespoke my excuse shall be on without apology.
Date is out of such prolixity. Let them measure us by what they will. We'll measure them a measure and be gone.
Give me the torch. I'm not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I'll bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead.
You're a lover. Borrow Cupid's wing and soar with him above some common bound.
I am too sore and pierced with his shaft to soar with his light feathers. And so bound under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it should you burden love. Too great oppression for such a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Come, give me a case to put my visage in. A visor for a visor. What care I what curious eye doth quote deformities?
Come, knock, and enter, and no sooner in, but every man betake him to his legs.
A torch for me. I'm not forward ambling. But wantons light of heart tingle the senseless rushes with their heels. The game was never so fair, but I am done.
Tut, duns the mouse, the constable's own word. If thou art done, we will draw thee from the mire of this Sir Reverence love, wherein thou stickst into the ears. Come, we burn daylight. Oh.
That's not so.
I mean, sir, that in delay we waste our lights in vain as lamps by day. Take our good meaning, sir, for our good wit sits 5 times in, that ere once in our 5 wits.
We mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis no wit to go.
And why, may one ask?
I dreamed a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep, while they do dream of things true.
Well, then I see Queen Mad has been. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes, drawn by a team of little Athames, athwart men's noses as they do lie asleep. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut made by the joiner's quill or old grub, time out of mind the fairy's coachmakers, and in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' reign, and then they dream of love. Over lawyers' fingers and straight they dream of fees. Sometimes she driveth over a soldier's neck, and on dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breaches or moscato, Spanish blades of helps, 5 fathoms deep, and on drum in his ears, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frightened swears himself a prayer or two, and then sleeps again. This is the very Mad. This is she.
Peace! Peace, Mercutio. Peace. Thou talkst of nothing.
True. I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fancies.
Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early. For my misgives some consequence, yet hanging in the stars, shall bitterly begin his fearful date, and with this night's revels expire the term of a despised life, closed within my breast by some vile forfeit of untimely death. On, lusty gentlemen.
Strike drum!
She helps not to take away. She shift a trencher, she scrape a trencher.
When good manners shall lie all in 1 or 2 men's hands, and they unwashed too, 'tis a foul thing.
Away with the drug stools, remove the cork cupboard, look to the plate. Good thou, save me a piece of march pattern. As thou lovest me, let the porter let into some grindstone and knell. Antony and Paquet, I go ready. You are looked for and called for, asked for and sought for, in the great chamber.
We cannot be hidden there too. Cheerly girls be brisk you all, and the longer they will take all.
Welcome, gentlemen. Ladies that have their toes unflaked with corn will have a bout with you. My mistresses, which of you all will now deny to dance? Come, musicians play. Make room, and footed girls. This unlooked for sport comes as well. Nay, sit. Nay, sit, good cousin Capulet. You and I are past our bouncing days. How long is now since last yourself and I were in a march?
About 87 years.
What, man? 'Tis not so much. 'Tis not so much. 'Tis since the nuptials of Lucentio. Come Pentecost as quickly as it will, from 25 years, and then we must.
'Tis more. His son is only, sir. His son is 30.
Will you tell me that? His son was but a ward 2 years ago.
What lady doth enrich the hand of yonder knight?
I know not, sir.
She doth teach the torches to burn bright. As a snowy dove trooping with crows, so yonder lady over her fellow shows. The measure done, I'll watch her place of stand, and touching hers make blessed my rude hand. My heart loved till now, I swear its sight, for I never saw true beauty to this night.
Since for his voice should be a Montague. You fetch my rapier, boy. Now thou hast gone on my kid. To strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
Why, how now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, it's the Montague, our foe. A villain has come in spite to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
Aye, 'tis he, that villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle coz. Let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman. Therefore be patient. Take note of him. It is my will to which thou respect. Show fair presence and put off these frowns. Ill-beseeming semblance for a feast.
It fits. Was this a villain as a guest? I will not endure him!
No, he shall be endured! What, good man boy? I say he shall. Go to. Am I the master here? Are you? Go to.
My uncle, 'tis a shame I will not allow.
Oh, go to, go to. You are a saucy boy. This trick may just escape. I know what. You must contrary me. I marry. 'Tis time. For shame, my hearts. I'll make you quiet. What? Shame, my hearts.
Patience perforce with willful common meeting makes my flesh tremble into different greeting. I will withdraw, but this intrusion, now seeming sweet, shall convert to bitter gall!
I forbade with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine. The gentle fine is this. My lips, 2 blushing pilgrims ready stand, to smooth that rough touch and the tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands can touch, and palm to palm is holy palm's kiss.
Have not saints lips and holy palmers too?
I, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Why then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray. Grant thou, lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though God for prayer's sake.
Move not, on my prayer's effect I take. Thus from my lips by yours, my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from my lips? Trespass sweetly urged! Give me my sin again!
Are you kissed by the book?
Madam! Your mother!
What is her mother?
Mary, bachelor. Her mother is the lady of the house.
Is she a Catholic? Dear couch, my life is my foe's death!
Wait, be gone! The sport is at its best.
Aye, so I fear. The more's my unrest.
Nay, gentlemen. Prepare not to be gone. We have a trifling foolish banquet towards. Is Is it even so? Why then, I thank you, honest gentlemen. I thank you. Good night. More torches here. Come on then. It's to bed.
Come hither, nurse. What's he that Paul said I would not dance?
I know not.
Go, ask his name. If he be married, my grave be like my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, and the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate. Too early seen unknown, and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me. I must love a loathed enemy.
What's this?
A rhyme I learned even now when I danced with all.
Juliet! Anon. Come, let's away. The strangers are all gone.
Can I go forward when my heart is here?
Romeo!
Turn back, thou lad, and find thy centre out.
Romeo! My cousin Romeo.
Ah, he's wise, and on my lie has stolen himself onto bed.
He ran this way. Call, good Mercutio.
Hey, I'll conjure too. Romeo!
Romeo.
Humor! Madman! Passion! Lava! Appear thou in the likeness of a sigh. Speak but one rhyme, and I am satisfied. Cry but I leave. I conjure thee by Rosaline's bright eye, her fine foot, straight leg, quivering thigh, and the domains that there adjacent lie. That in thy likeness thou should appear unto us.
And if he hear thee, thou wilt anger him.
This cannot anger him. My invocation is fair and honest, and I conjure only but to raise him up. Come.
He hath hid himself among these trees to be consorted with the humorous knights. Blind is his love, and best befits the dark.
And love be blind. Love cannot hit the mark. Romeo, good night. Romeo! Good night. I'll to my trundle bed. This field bed is too cold for me to sleep. Come, thou wilt.
Go then, for 'tis in vain. To seek him here, that means not to be found.
jest and scars that never felt a wound. But soft, what light for yonder window breaks. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon. Is already sick and pale with grief that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, and she's envious. Her vestal livery sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady. It is my love. And she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Oh, she, how she leans her hand upon her cheek. Oh, throw a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel. For thou art as glorious as this night, being over my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo. Wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, be forsworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more? Shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is no hand, no foot, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, attain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is no part of thee take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth, I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus bescreened and I so stumblest upon my counsel?
By a name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name is hateful to myself, dear saint, for it is an enemy to thee.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Are they not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? This place is death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
That love can do, that dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are not let to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their sight. And but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hatred than death paroled, wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundest thou out this place?
My love, who first did prompt me to inquire. He let me counsel, and I lent him eyes.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face. Else would a maiden's blush bepaint my cheek for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on form. Fain deny what I have spoke. But farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. Yet, if thou swearest, thou mayst prove false. Oh, gentle Romeo, if thou dost love me, pronounce it faithfully.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear that tipped with silver all
Oh,
these...
swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon that changes in a circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
Then what shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all. Or, if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
My heart's dear love.
Do not swear! Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden. This bud of love by summer's ripened breath may prove a beauteous vow when next we meet. Good night. Good night. A sweet reposed rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Will thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it.
Madam?
I hear some noise within. Dear love adieu. I come anon! Sweet Montague, be true. Say but little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night! I'm afeard being in night, all this is but a dream. Too flattering sweet to be substantial.
Few words to Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honourable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow by one that I'll procure to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam?
I come anon! But if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam!
By and by I come! To seize thy suit and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send. 1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light. Love travels towards love, as schoolboys from their books. But love from love to school with heavy looks.
Romeo!
My dear,
What o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
If we stand till thou remember it.
I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
And I'll still stand to have thee still forget, forgetting any other home but this.
Good night. Good night. Parting with such sweet sorrow, I shall say goodbye till it be morrow.
Sleep, dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast. That I were asleep so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghostly father's cell, his help to crave, and my dear hap to tell.
The grey-eyed morn smiles on the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light. Now ere the sun advances, burning eye the day to cheer, and night's dank dew to dry. I must have filled this osier cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious juice flowers. Many for many virtues excellent, none but for some and yet all different. Oh, mickle is the powerful grace that lies in herbs, plants, stones, and their true qualities. Within the infant rind of this small flower, poison hath residence, and medicine, power. For this, being smelt with that part, cheers each part, being tasted, slays all senses with the heart.
Good morrow, father.
Friend, decity, what early tongue so sweet saluteth me? Young son, it argues that his temper head so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Thy earliness doth me assure thou art aroused by some distemperature. Or if not so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
That last is true. The sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon, sin, wast thou with Rosaline?
With Rosaline, my ghostly father? No, I've forgotten that name, and that name's woe.
That's my good son. But where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thou, ere thou ask me again. I have been feasting with mine enemy, where on a sudden one hath wounded me, as by me wounded. Both our remedies in thy help and holy physic lies. I bear no hatred, blessed man, for lo, my intercession likewise steads my foe.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
And plainly know my heart is set. The fair daughter of rich Capulet, as mine and hers, so hers is set on mine, all combined save what thou must combine, by holy marriage.
Holy Saint Francis!
Francis, what a change is here! It's Rosaline whom thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken. Young men's love then lies not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Jesu Maria, what a deal of brine hath washed thy sallow cheeks for Rosaline! The sun not yet thy sighs from heaven clears, thy old groans ring yet in my ancient ears. And art thou changed? Pronounce this sentence then. Women may fall when there's no strength in men.
Thou chidst me off for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not for loving, pupil mine.
I pray thee chide not. She whom I love now doth grace for grace and love for love allow. The other did not so.
Oh, she knew well thy love did read by rote and could not spell. But come, young waverer, come with me. In one respect are thy assistant be, for this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
Let us hence. I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow. They stumble that run fast.
That Rosaline torments him so that he'll sure run mad.
Tybalt, the kinsmen of old Capulet have sent a letter to his father's house.
Ooh, a challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer it.
Any man that can write may answer a letter.
He will answer the letter's master. How he dares be dared.
Alas, poor Romeo, she's already dead. Stabbed by a white wench's black eye. And is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why? What is Tybalt?
Oh, all that prince of cats, I can tell thee. He is the courageous captain of compliments. He fights like you, seeing Prixon keeps time, distance, cripple. Duelist of the first and second course, the immortal Passado, the Punto Reverso, the Hula.
The what's? Here comes Romeo.
Without his roll, like a dried herring. Flesh, how art thou, fishified? Signor Romeo, bon chien. There's a French salutation to your French slop. You gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you last night?
The slip, sir. The slip. Can you not conceive?
Oh, pardon, good Mercutio, pardon. Well, my business was great, and in a case such as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
That is as much as to say that a case such as yours constrains a man to bow at the hems.
Meaning to courtesy?
Thou hast most kindly hit it.
Yes, the most courteous exposition.
I'm very pink of courtesy.
Pink for flower?
Right.
Why then, my pump is well flowered.
Well said. Follow me this just now till thou hast worn out thy pump, that when the sink warned, the jest may remain after the way so singular.
Single soul, jest solely singular for the sake of
Oh, come between us, good Malvolio, my wits! They faint!
Oh, sweat is first! Oh, cry a match.
Stop there. Stop there.
Oh, here's goodly gear.
Sail! A sail!
Two, a sloop and a galley.
My fan, Petra.
Oh, do, Petra, do. To hide her face, for the fan is the fairer face.
Got ye good morrow, gentlemen.
Got you good then, fair gentle woman.
Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I might find the young Romeo?
Oh, I can answer that. But young Romeo shall be older when you have found him than he was when you sought him. I'm the youngest of that name, for fault of a worse.
If you be he, sir, I decide some confidence with you.
Aboard! Aboard! So ho!
What hast thou found?
Romeo! Will's thy father, will you two dinner thither?
Go. I'll follow.
Farewell. Ancient lady! Lady!
Pray you, sir, a word. And as I told you, my young lady made me cry you out. If you should lead her into a fool's paradise, as they say, it's a very gross kind of behavior, as they say. But a gentlewoman is young, and therefore, if you should deal that with her, truly, sir, it were an ill thing to be offered to any gentlewoman, and very weak dealing.
Bid her devise some means to come to Shrift this afternoon. And there, at Friar Lawrence's cell, shall she be shrift and married?
This afternoon, sir? Well, she shall be there.
Oh, and stay good nurse, behind the abbey wall. My man within the hour, commend me to their mistress.
I, 1,000 times. Petra! Take my fan, Petra. But go before in a pace.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour, she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. That's not so. Oh, she is lame. Now is the sun upon the highermost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 till 12 are 3 long hours. Yet she's not come. But old folks, many fain as they were dead, unwieldy, slow, heavy, and pale as lead. Oh God, here she comes! Oh, Holiness, what news? Has I met with him? Sent by servant away.
Petra, stay at the gate.
Now, good sweet nurse. Oh Lord, why lookest thou sad? If good, thou shamest the music of sweet news by playing it to me with so sour a face.
I'm weary. And give me leave a while. Oh, fie, how my bones ache. What a jaunt have I had.
I would thou hast my bones and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee, speak. Speak, good nurse, speak.
Jesus, what ace? Can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I'm out of breath?
How art thou out of breath? When thou hast breath, just say to me that thou art out of breath. Is thy news good or bad?
Well, you have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo. No, not he. Though his face be better than any man, yet his leg excel all men, and for a hand and a foot and a body.
I didn't know before. What says you have a marriage? What's of that?
Oh, Lord, how my head aches. Oh, my back. On the other side. Oh, my back. Beshrew your heart for sending me about to catch my death with dancing up and down.
In faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweetness, come tell me, what says my love?
Your love says like an honest gentleman. Where is your mother?
How oddly thou repliest! Your love says like an honest gentleman, where is your mother? Here's such a coil! Come, what says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to shrift today?
I am Catholic.
Then hie you hence to Violor's cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife. Go you to church, I am but the drudge and toil in your delight. But you shall bear the burden soon at night. Go, I'll to dinner. Hie you to the cell.
Hie to my fortune. Honest nurse, farewell.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Amen, amen. Come what sorrow may, cannot countervail the exchange of joy that one brief minute gives me in her sight.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die like fire and powder, which as they kiss consume. Therefore love moderately. Long love doth so. Too swift arrives as tardy as too slow. Here comes the lady.
Good even to my ghostly confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for us both.
As much to him. Else it is thanks too much.
Juliet, thy happiness be heaped like mine, and thy skill be more to blaze in it. And sweeten with thy breath this neighboring air, and let rich music's tongue unfold the imagined happiness we receive in either by this dear encounter.
Conceit, more rich in matter than in words, guides of substance, which of ornament. It be but beggars that can count their worth. My true love has grown to such an extent, cannot sum up some of my wealth.
Come with me, and we will make short work, for by your leave you shall not stay alone, till Holy Church incorporate two in one.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the Capulets abroad, and if we meet, we shall not scape abroad. For now, these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
Thou art like one of these fellows that when he enters into the confines of a tavern, claps me his sword upon the table and says, God, send me no need of thee. And by the operation of the second cup, draws it on the drawer when indeed there's no need.
And I was so apt to quarrel as thou art. Any man should buy the fee simple of my life for an hour and a quarter.
Fee simple, oh, simple.
By my head, here come the Capulets.
By my heel, I cannot. Follow me close, for I will speak to them. Gentlemen, good evening. A word with one of you? But one word with one of us. Pray thee, couple it with something, make it a word, and a blow. You shall find me acting after that, sir, and you give me occasion. Can you not take some occasion without giving? Mercutio, thou consortst with Romeo. Consortst? What? Dost thou make us minstrels? And thou make minstrels of us? Look to hear nothing but discord. Here's my fiddlestick. Here's that shall make you dance. Sounds, consort.
We talk here in public haunt of men. Either withdraw unto some private place and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look, and let them gaze. I'll not budge for any man's pleasure eye. Well, peace be with you, sir. There comes my man. Well, hanged, sir, if he wear your livery. Go you aforth to field, he'll be your follower. Your worship in that sense may call him man. Romeo! The hate I bear thee can afford no better turn than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason I had to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain I am none, therefore farewell. See thou knowest me not.
This shall not excuse thee as thou hast done me, boy. Therefore turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, good Capulet, which name I tender as dearly as my own, be satisfied.
Oh, calm, dishonorable, vile submission. I'll ask the cart to carry us away. Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk? What wouldst thou have with me? Good king of cats, nothing. But one of your 9 lives. That I mean to make bold withal. And as you shall use me hereafter, dry beat the rest of the 8. Will you pluck your sword out of its pitcher by the ears? Make haste, lest mine be about your ears, there it be out. I am for you.
Mercutio, put thy wafer up!
Come, sir. Your passado.
You beat down their weapons! Gentlemen, for shame! Forbear this outrage! Tybalt, Mercutio! The prince is especially forbidden banding in Verona streets! Good Mercutio!
Where's my page? Someone fetch a surgeon!
Courage, man. That hurt cannot be matched.
No, 'tis not so deep as a well, nor as wide as a church door, but 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave man. I'm better, I warrant, for this world. A plague on both your houses. Sounds a dog, a rat, a mouse, a cat to scratch a man to death. A rogue, a braggart, a villain that fights by the book of arithmetic. Why the devil came I shall faint. A plague on both your houses. They've made worms meat of me. I have it. And soundly too. Your houses!
Gentlemen, the prince's near ally and my very friend, have got his mortal hurt in my behalf. A reputation stained by Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, that an hour hath been my kinsman. Oh, sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate, and in my temper softened valor's steel.
Romeo! Romeo, Mercutio's dead. That gallant spirit has aspired the clouds. It's too untimely here, did scorn the earth.
This day's black fate, and more days doth depend. This begins the woe that others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Alive in triumph, and Mercutio slain. Away to heaven respective divinity, and fire-eyed fury be my conduct now. Tybalt! Take the villain back again that late thou gavest me. For Mercutio's soul is but little way above our heads, staying for thine to keep him company. Either thou, or I, or both must go with him.
Thou wretched boy that didst consort with him, shall with him hence.
This should determine that.
Romeo, away, begone. The citizens are up, and Tybalt slain. Stand not amazed! The prince will doom thee death if thou art taken.
Oh, I am fortune's fool.
Why dost thou stay?
Where are the vile beginnings of this fray?
O noble prince, I can discover all. The unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. Here lies the man, slain by young Romeo, who slew thy kinsman brave Mercutio.
Tybalt, my cousin. My brother's child. Prince, as thou art true, for blood of ours shed blood of Montague.
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, he is slain, whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo that spoke him fair, bade him bethink, but could not take truce with the unruly spleen. Tybalt, deaf to peace. And then he tilts with piercing steel at bold Mercutio's breast, where all his heart turns deadly point to point. blushes, underneath whose arm envious thrust from Tybalt hid the life of stout Mercutio. Then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge. And to it they go like lightning, and they could not draw to part them, and then stout Tybalt was slain. And as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly. He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false. He speaks not true. I beg for justice. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew him, and he slew Mercutio. Who now the price of his dear blood doth earn?
Not Romeo, Prince. He was Mercutio's friend. His action concludes but what the law should end, the life of Tybalt.
And for that offence, immediately we do exile him hence. I have an interest in your hate's proceeding. My blood for your rude brawls doth lie a-bleeding. Let Romeo hence in haste, else, when he is found, that hour is his last. Bear hence this body, and attend our will. Mercy but murders, pardoning those that kill.
Spread thy close curtain, thou performing night, that runaways' eyes may wink. And Romeo, leave to these my arms, untalked of and unseen. Lovers concede to do their amorous rites by their own beauties, or, if love be blind, it best agrees with night. Come, gentle night, come, loving, black-browed night, give me my Romeo, and when he shall die, take him, and cut him into little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night, and pay no worship to the garish sun. Oh God, here comes my nurse. Nurse, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Oh, Williday, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead! Well done, lady! Well done.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo. Romeo.
What devil art thou that hast tormented me thus? Romeo slain himself.
I saw the wound. I saw it with mine eyes. God saved him out here on his manly breast, a piteous cause, a bloody piteous cause. Pale, pale as ashes, all with dirt and blood, all in poor blood. I swooned at the sight.
Oh, break my heart. Pile earth to earth beside, and motion here. Thou and Romeo, as one heavy fear.
There's no trust, no faith, no honesty in men, all bejeweled. These sorrows make me old. Shame come to Romeo.
Blister me, I sent for such a wish. Upon his brow, shame is a shame to sit. But this throne where honor may be crowned sole monarch of the universal earth. What a beast besides to shine at him.
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Oh, my Lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I sound. Where is my father and my mother, nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's cause. Will you go to them? I'll bring you thither.
Wash they his wounds with their tears. For mine shall be spent when theirs are dry. For Romeo's banishment. Come, nurse. To my wedding bed. In death, not Romeo take my maiden head.
I'll find Romeo to comfort you at what well where he is. Hark ye, your Romeo will be here at night. I'll to him, he's in a Lawrence's cell.
Go find him. Give this ring to my true knight, and bid him come and take his last farewell.
Romeo, come forth, thou fearful man. Affliction is enamoured of thy parts, and thou art wedded to calamity. I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom.
What less than doomsday is the prince's doom?
A gentler judgment banished from his lips, not body's death, but body's banishment.
Ha! Banishment. Be merciful, say death. For exile hath more terror in its look. Do not say banishment.
Hence from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Hence banished is banished from the world, and world's exile is death. Calling death banishment, thou cuttest my head off with a golden axe, and smilest upon the stroke that murders me.
Oh, deadly sin! Oh, rude unthankfulness! This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture, not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing may look on her. But Romeo may not. Sayest thou yet that exile is not death? Hast thou no poison mixed, no sharp mouthed knife, no sudden meat of death, no never so mean, but banished to kill me? Banished.
Thou fond madman, hear me but speak a word. Let me dispute with thee of thy estate.
Thou canst not talk of what thou dost not feel. But thou, as young as I, Juliet thy love, and our but married, Tybalt murdered, doting like me, and like me banished, then mightst thou talk. Then mightst thou tear out thy hair, and fall upon the ground, as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Arise! What knocks, good Romeo? Hide thyself!
Not I. Unless heart-sick groans, mist-like, enfold me from the searching eyes.
How can they knock?
Who's there?
Romeo, arise! Thou wilt be taken!
Stay a while.
Stand up! Run to my study!
By and by.
God's will, what simpleness is this?
I come.
Not so hard.
Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me come in and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome then.
Oh, Holy Friar. Oh, tell me, Holy Friar, where is my lady's lord? Where is Romeo?
There, on the ground, with his own tears made rum.
Ass!
Ah, sir, well, that's the end of all.
Speakest thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Does she not think me an old murderer, now I've stained the child of our joy, with blood removed but little from her own?
Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weeps and weeps. And now falls on a bed, and then starts up. On Tybalt calls, and on Romeo cries, and then down falls again.
As if that name, shot from the deadly level of a gun, did murder her. As that name's cursed hand murdered her kinsman. Oh, tell me, Friar, tell me, in what vile part of his anatomy doth my name lodge? Tell me that I might sack the hateful mansion.
Hold thy desperate hand! Art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art. Thy tears are womanish. What roused thy Juliet is alive, but who's there say thou wast but lately dead? There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy too. The law that threatens death becomes thy friend and turns into exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings lights up upon thy back. Go, get thee to thy love, as was decreed. Ascend her chamber hence, and comfort her. But look that thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live till we can find a time to beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 20,000 times more joy than thou wast forth in lamentation. Go before us, commend me to thy lady. Romeo is coming.
My lord, I will tell my lady you will come.
Do, sweet nurse, and bid my sweet prepare to chide.
Here, sir. Or you should bid me give you, sir. Hi, you. Make haste, for it grows very late.
Oh, well, my comfort is revived by this.
Go hence, good night. And here stands all your state. Sojourn in Mantua. I'll find out your man, and he shall signify from time to time every good hap to you that chances here. Give me thy hand. 'Tis late. Farewell. Good night.
But that a joy, past joy, calls out on me. It were a grief so brief to part with thee. Farewell.
Things have fallen out, sir. So unluckily that we have had no time to move our daughter. Look you, she loved her kinsman Tybalt dearly, and so did I. Well, we were born to die. 'Tis very late. She'll not come down tonight. I promise you, but for your company, I would have been a bed an hour ago.
These times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight she's mewed up to her heaviness.
Sir Paris, I'll make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she'll be ruled in all respects by me, nay more. I doubt it not. Wife, go you to her ere you go to bed. Acquaint her here of my son Paris's love, and bid her, mark you me, on Wednesday next. That's all. What day is it?
Monday, my lord.
Monday. Wednesday's too soon. On Thursday, let it be. On Thursday, tell her she'll be married to this noble earl. Will you be ready? Do you like this haste? We'll keep no great ado, a friend or two. For hark you, Tybalt being slain so late, it may be thought we held him carelessly, being our kinsmen if we revel much. Therefore we'll have some half a dozen friends, and there and then. But what say you to Thursday?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
We'll get you on Thursday be it. Go you to Juliet, here you go to bed. Acquaint her, wife, of her wedding day. Farewell, my lord. Light to my chamber. Ho! Fall. 'Tis so very, very late that we may call it early by and by. Good night.
Thou be gone? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale, and not the lark that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark the herald of morn. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Your light is not daylight. I know it I. It is some meteor that the sun exhales to be to thee this night a torchbearer, and light thee on thy way to Mantua. And therefore stay yet. Thou needest not to be gone.
Let me be taken. Let me be put to death. I am content so thou wilt have it so. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come death and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is it, my soul? It is not yet day. Let's talk.
Yes, it is. I had be gone. Away. It's the lark that sings so out of tune, stringing harsh discords and unpleasing charms. Some say the lark makes sweet division. This doth not so, for she divided us. Now be gone, more light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam!
Nurse?
Your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke, be merry and look about.
The window, the day in, and the life out.
Oh well, one kiss and another scent.
Will thou be gone so? Love, Lord, my husband, friend. I must hear from thee every day in the hour. In a minute there are many days. Oh, by this count I shall be much in years ere I again behold my Romeo.
Farewell. I'll omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Thinkest thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not. And all these woes shall serve for sweet discourse in our time to come.
Oh, I have an ill divining soul. Methinks I see thee, now thou art below, as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou lookest pale.
Believe me, love, in my eyes so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. And you.
Oh, daughter, are you up? Juliet!
How now, who called?
Juliet!
Is it my lady mother? What unaccustomed cause procures her hither?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I'm not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst, thou could not make him live. Therefore, have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep, such a feeling loss.
Well, girl, thou weepst not so much for his death as that the villain lives that slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain and he be many miles asunder. God pardon him, I do with all my heart. And no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
I, madam, from the reach of these my hands, would none but I might avenge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it, fear thou not. But today I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Well, thou hast a careful father, child. One who, to put thee from thy heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy.
Madam, happy time. What day is that?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn. Gallant, young, noble gentleman, County Paris, at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
By St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. Go in and tell my lord and father I will not marry yet. When I do, swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate better than Paris. Is on you today.
Here comes your father now. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it at your hands.
How now? How conduit, girl? What? Still in tears? Ever more showering. How now, wife? Have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir. She will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
Soft. Take me with you. Take me with you, wife. How will she none? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed, unworthy as she is, that we have brought so fine a gentleman to be a bridegroom?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can it never be of what I hate. Yet thankful, even for hate that is meant love.
What is this? Proud, and I thank you. And I thank you not, and yet not proud. Mistress Minion, you thank me, no thankings, nor proud me, no prouds. But fettle your fine joints against Thursday next to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out you green sickness carrion! Out you baggage! On you tallow face!
Father, I do beseech you, on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
A handy baggage! Disobedient wretch. I tell thee what. Get thee to church on Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not! Reply not! Do not answer me! My fingers itch.
God in heaven bless her! You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
And why, my lady wisdom? Hold your tongue. Good prudence matter with your gossips. Go!
I speak no treason.
God ye, good even.
May not want speech.
Now peace! You mumbling fool. God's bread, it makes me mad. Day, night, hour, tide, time, work, play, alone, in company. Still, my care hath been to have her matched, and to have a wretched, puling fool, a whining mammoth in her fortune's tender, to answer me. I'll not wed. I cannot love her, I am too young. I pray you, pardon me! Yes, you will not wed. I'll pardon you. Grace where you will, you shall not house with me. And you'll be mine. I give you to my friend. And you'll be not. Hang, beg, starve, die in the streets. For on my soul, I'll never acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall do thee any good.
Is there no pity? Sitting in the clouds above, that sees into the bottom of my grief. Sweet mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week. If thou wilt not, make that bridal bed in that dim monument How shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth. My faith in heaven. How shall that faith return again to earth? Unless that husband sendeth me from heaven by leaving earth. Company, counsel me.
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished and all the world to nothing. That he does never come back to challenge you. Or if he do, it needs must be by stealth. Then, since the case so standeth now it doth, I think it best you marry with the county. Just through my heart, I think you are happy in this second match. For it excels your first, or if it do not, your first is dead, or 'twere as good he were, as him living here and you no use of him.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
And my soul too, or else beshrew them both.
Thou hast comforted me marvellous much. Go in and tell my lady mother I am gone, having displeased my father so long in cell, to make confession and to be absolved.
I will, and this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation, a most wicked fiend. Is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my Lord with that same tongue which ye have praised him with above compare so many thousand times? Until the friar to know his remedy, if all else fail, myself have power to die.
On Thursday, sir, the time is very short.
Capulet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack his haste.
You say you do not know the lady's mind. Neither is the cause. I like it not.
Immoderately she weeps for Tybalt's death, and therefore have I a little talk of love. For Venus smiles not in a house of tears. Now, sir, her father counts it dangerous that she doth give her sorrow so much sway, and in his wisdom hastes on marriage, to stop the inundation of her tears, which too much minded by herself alone, may be put from her by society. Now, do you know the reason for this haste?
I would I knew not why it should be slowed. Look, sir, here comes the lady towards myself.
Have you met my lady and my wife?
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That may be, must be, love, on Thursday next.
When must be, shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make confession to this father?
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I confess to you, I love him.
So will ye, I'm sure, that you love me.
If I do so, it will be of more price being spoke behind your back than to your face.
Poor soul, thy face is much abused with tears.
The tears have got small victory by that. Who was bad enough before their spite.
Oh, thou wrongst it more than tears with that retort.
That is no slander, sir, which is a truth. And what I spake into my face.
Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
It may be so, for it is not mine own. Are you at leisure, Holy Father, now? Or shall I come at evening mass?
My leisure serves me, pensive daughter. Now, my lord, we must entreat the time alone.
God shield I should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early will I arouse you. Till then, adieu. and keep this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door! When I have done so, come weep with me. Past hope, past cure, and past help.
I hear thou must, and nothing may prorogue it. On Thursday next be married to this county.
Tell me not thou hearest of this, father! Unless thou must tell me how it may prevent it. If, in thy wisdom, thou canst offer no help, call thou my resolution wise, and with this night I'll help it presently. If what thou speakest of, speak not of remedy.
Oh, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope. If rather than to marry County Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then is it likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death, to chide away this shame that copest with death himself, to escape from it? And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap rather than marry Paris, from off the battlements of yonder tower, or walk in thievish ways, or chain me with roaring bears, things that, to hear them told, have made me tremble. And I will do it, without fear or doubt, till I'm an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold then, go home, be merry, give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night look that thou lie alone. Let not thy nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and this distilled liquor drink thou oft, when presently through thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy hue. For no pulse shall keep its native progress, but surcease. No warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest, and in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. In the meantime, against thou shalt awake, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I shall watch thy waking, and that very night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua.
Give me, oh, tell me not to fear!
Hold, get you gone. Be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send a messenger with speed with my letters to thy lord.
Love, give me strength, and strength to help afford. Farewell, dear father.
So many guest invites as here are writ. Madam, go hire me 20 cunning cooks.
You shall have none ill, sir, for I'll try if they can lick their fingers.
How canst thou try them out so?
Marry, sir, 'tis an ill cook that cannot lick his own fingers. Therefore, he who cannot lick his fingers. Dost not for me?
Go, be gone. We shall be much unfurnished for this time. What, is my daughter gone to Friar Lawrence?
Aye, forsooth.
Well, you may chance to do some good on her. A peevish, self-willed harlotry it is.
See, where she comes from swift with merry look.
And now, my headstrong, where have you been gadding?
Well, I have learned me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition to you and your behests, and am enjoined by holy Lawrence to fall prostrate here and to beg your pardon.
Send for the county. Go tell him of this. I'll have this knot knit up tomorrow morning.
I met the youthful lord, Lawrence cell, and gave him what becometh love I might, not step over the bounds of modesty.
Why, I'm glad on it. This is... well. Stand up. This is as it should be. Let me see the county. I marry, go fetch him hither. Now, for God, this reverend holy friar, our whole city is much bound to him.
Nurse, will you go with me to my chamber to see such needful ornaments as you think fit to furnish me tomorrow?
No, not till Thursday. There is time enough.
Go with her, nurse. She'll to church tomorrow.
is now near night.
Oh, tush. I'll stir about, and all shall be well. Going to Juliet, help to trim her up. I'll not bet tonight. Let me alone and let me play the housewife for this once.
To make the face of heaven smile upon my fate, which well I know is cross and full of sin.
What? Are you busy, home? Need you my help?
No, madam. We have got such necessaries as are beholden for our state tomorrow. So please you let me now be left alone.
Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint, cold fear thrills through my veins, almost freezes up the heat of life. I'll call them back in to comfort me. Nurse! What should she do here? My dismal scene, I needs must act alone. Come, Vital. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow? No. No. This shall prevent it. Lie thou there. Romeo, I come. This do I drink to thee.
Hold. Take these keys and fetch me more spices, nurse.
They call for dates and quinces in the pastry.
Come, stir, stir, stir. The second cock hath crowed. The curfew bell hath rung. 'Tis 3 o'clock. Ah, look to the baked meats, good nurse. Spare not for the cost.
Go, you cut queen, go. Get you to bed. Faith, you'll be sick tomorrow for this night's watching.
Not a whit's what. I have watched all night here now for lesser cause, and never been sick. A jealous hood. A jealous hood. Good faith to stay. The county will be here straight for, so he said he would. I hear him near. What ho, what wife, what nurse, I say! Go you to Juliet. Help to deck her up. I'll go chat with Paris. Hi, make haste.
Mistress! What mistress? Juliet! Fast, I warrant the sheep. Why lamb? Why ladybird? Oh, fie, you stuck a bit. What love I say? Madam? Sweetheart?
Why, pride! What? Not a word? You take your penny words now. Sleep for the week, for the next night I warrant. The county Paris has set up his rest, that you shall rest but little. Oh, God forgive me. Marry and amen. How sound is she asleep? I must needs wake her. Madam! Madam? Madam! Aye, let the county take you in your bed. He'll fright you of my faith. Will it not be? What dress? And in your clothes? And down again? I must needs wake you. Lady! Lady! Alas! Alas! Help! Help! My lady's dead! Oh, well, David! Ever I was born! So my baby's here! Oh! My lord! My lady!
What noise is there?
Oh, lamentable day!
What is the matter?
Look! Look! Oh, happy day!
Oh, me! My child! My only life! Revive! Look up! Or I will die with thee! Help! Help! Call help!
For shame! Bring Juliet forth. Her lord is come.
She's dead! Deceased! She's dead! Alack the day! Alack the day! She's dead! She's dead! She's dead!
Let me see her. Unless she is cold. Her blood is settled and her joints are stiff. Life and these lips have long been separated. Death lies on her, like an untimely frost upon the fairest flower of all the field. Death that has taken her hands to make me well, ties up my tongue. Will not let me speak.
Come, is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. Oh, come. The night before thy wedding day, death lain with thy wife. There she lies, flower as she was, devoured by him. Death is my son-in-law. Death is my heir.
Have I long thought to see this morning's face? And doth it bring me such a sight as this?
Accursed, unhappy, wretched, hateful day!
Oh dear! Oh dear, oh dear, hateful day! Never seen so baggage day as this. Oh, awful day, awful.
Beguiled, divorced, wronged, spited, slain! Most detestable death! By thee beguiled, by cruel thee quite overthrown!
Despised, distressed, hated, martyred, killed! Uncomfortable time wherefore camest thou now? To murder our solemnity. Alack, my child is dead. And with my child, my joys are buried. All things that we ordain festival turn from their office to black funeral. Our instruments to melancholy bell. Our wedding cheer to a sad burial. And all things change them to the contrary.
Sir, go you in, and madam go with him. And go, Sir Paris,
Everyone prepared to follow this fair course unto her grave. The heavens do lower upon you for some ill. Move them no more by crossing their high will.
If I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams present some joyful news at hand. I dreamt my lady came and found me dead. Strange dream that gives a dead man leave to think. And she breathes up life with kisses in my lips that I revived and was an emperor. Ah me, how sweet is love itself possessed, when but love's shadows are so rich in joy. News from Verona! How now, Balthazar? Hast thou no letter to me from the friar? How doth my lady? Is my father well? How fares my Juliet? That I ask again. But nothing can be ill if she be well.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capel's monument, and her immortal part with angels lives.
Is that even so? Fine stars! Thou knows my lodging. Give me ink and paper and hire post horses. I will head tonight!
I do beseech you, sir. Have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and do report some misadventure.
Tut, thou art deceived. Do the things I bid thee do. Hast thou no letter to me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter. Hire those horses. I'll be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. See for means. Oh, mischief, thou art swift to enter the thoughts of desperate men. And you remember an apothecary, and hereabout she dwells, which late I noted in tattered weeds. And noting this penury, to myself I said, and if a man did need a poison, who sells present death in Mantua, here lives a caitiff wretch would sell it to him. What ho! Apothecary!
Who calls so loud?
Come, woman. I see thou art poor. Here's 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison, such soon speeding gear, as will disperse itself throughout the veins, that the life-weary taker may fall dead.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to any he that utters them.
Art thou so bare and wretched and fierce to die? The world is not thy friend, nor the world's law. The world affords thee no law to make thee rich. Then be not poor, but break it and take this!
My poverty, but not my will, consents.
I pay thy poverty, and not thy will!
Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off. And if you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
There's thy gold. Worst poison to men's souls. Buy food and get thyself in flesh. Cordial, not poison go with me. To Juliet's grave, for there I must use thee.
Brother How?
This same should be the voice of Sister Joan. Welcome from Mantua. What says Romeo? Or, if this might be writ, give me his letter.
I could not send it. Here it is again. Oh, get a messenger to bring it thee. So fearful word of confession.
Unhappy fortune. By my brother, but the letter was not nice, but full of charge, of dear import. And the neglecting it may do much danger. Sister Joan, go hence.
Get me an iron crow and bring it straight into my cell.
Brother, I will go bring it thee.
Now must I to the monument alone. Within 3 hours will fair Juliet wake. She would beshrew me much that Romeo hath had no notice of these accidents. But I shall write again to Mantua, and keep her at my cell till Romeo come. Poor living corpse, closed in a dead man's tomb.
Thy torch go, hence stand aloof. Now, whistle to me as a signal that thou hear something approach. Give me those flowers.
Do as I bid thee. Go!
I'm almost afraid to stand alone in the churchyard. Yet I will adventure.
Warning, something on approach. With a torch, muffle me knight a while.
Hold! Take this letter. Early in the morning, see thou deliver it to my lord and father. Give me the light. Upon thy life I charge thee, whatever thou seest or hearest, stand all aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course.
I will be gone then, and not trouble you.
So shalt thou show me friendship. Take this. Live and be prosperous. Farewell, good fellow.
For all the same, I'll hide me hereabout. His looks I fear, and his intents I doubt.
This is that banished, haughty Montague that murdered my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed the fair creature died. And here is come to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies. I will apprehend him. Stop thy unhallowed toil, vile Montague. Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey and go with me, for thou must die.
Indeed I must. And therefore came I hither. Good, gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Fly hence, leave me. Think upon these gone. Let them affright thee. Stay not, be gone, live. And here to say a madman's mercy bid thee run away.
I do defy thy conjurations, and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee, boy!
Oh!
Oh no, they fight. I'll go upon the watch.
I
love, my wife. Death, that hath sucked the honey of thy breath, and had no power yet upon thy beauty. Beauty in signs yet, is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks. And death's pale black is not yet advanced there. Oh, Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Am I to believe that unsubstantial death is amorous, and that the lean, abhorred monster keeps thee here dark to be his paramour? Fear that I will stay with thee, and never again from this palace of dim light depart again. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, oh you the doors of breath, seal with a righteous kiss, a dateless bargain to engrossing death. Come, bitter conduct. Come, unsavory guide. Thou desperate pilot at once, run upon the dashing rocks thy seasick weary bark. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss, die.
Romeo! Romeo? Dear, come, oh, so much your love's hand. Why is it? I see her thin as I will send. Oh, Jack! Jack, all of that, no friendly job to help me after. I will kiss her lips. Hurt me some poison, yet I'll hang on them to make die with restorative. My lips are yet warm. Ego, which way? Your voice. Love it bring. Oh, happy dagger. This is thy sheep. Rust. Let me die. This is the place, there where the torch was burned. The ground is bloody. Search about the churchyard. Go, and where we find a tatch. Pitiful sight. Here lies the County Paris slain. And Juliet, bleeding, warm, and newly dead. Go tell the prince, run to the cabinets, raise up the Montagues. We see the ground where all these woes do lie, but the true ground of all these piteous woes we cannot without circumstance describe.
Here's Romeo's man. We found him in the churchyard.
Ultimate safety the prince come hither.
Here is the friar that trembles side to reach as he was coming from this church outside.
Great suspicion, stay the friar too.
What misadventure is so early up that calls our person from our morning's rest?
What should it be that they so shriek abroad?
The people in the street cry Romeo, some Juliet and some Paris, and all run with open outcry towards our monument.
What fear is this which startles in our ears?
Sovereign, here lies the County Paris slain, and Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before, warm and new killed.
Search, seek, and know how this foul murder comes.
Here's a friar, and slaughtered Romeo's man.
Oh heavens! Oh wife, look how our daughter bleeds. This dagger hath mistaken. Oh. No, His house is empty on the back of Montague, and it is sheathed in my daughter's bosom.
The sight of death is as a bell that warns my old age to a sepulchre.
Come, Montague, for thou art early up to see thy son and heir more early down. How fares your lady wife?
Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. The grief of my son's death has stopped her breath. What further woes conspire against my age?
Look and thou shalt see.
O thou untaught, what manner is in this, to press before thy father to a grave?
Seal up the mouth of outrage for a while, till we can clear these ambiguities, and know their spring, their head, their true descent. And then will I be general of your woes, and lead you even unto death. Meantime, forbear, and let mischance be slave to patience. Bring forth the parties of suspicion. Say at once what thou dost know of this.
Romeo, there dead, was husband to that Juliet, and she, there dead, that Romeo's faithful wife. I married them. If aught in this miscarried by my fault, then let my own life be sacrificed some hour before his time, unto the rigor of severest law.
Where be Romeo's man? What can he say in this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and then in post he came from Mantua, to this same place, to this same monument. This letter he early bid me give his father.
Give me the letter. I will look at it. This letter doth make good the friar's words. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discords, too have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Oh, Brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure. But no more can I demand.
I can give thee more. I will raise her statue in pure gold, that while Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure of such a rate be set as that of true and faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo by his lady lie. A poor sacrifice for high enmity.
A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun, for sorrow, will not show his head. Go hence, and have more talks of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.